just,
Yes.
is it English or Arabic? Because someone was speaking Arabic. I thought it's English.
It is English. It's going to be in English, and we'll have a lot of translations into Arabic because some people are French educated and they like to join they like to join it. Thank you for asking. So it's going to be in English. My presentation is going to be in English. Hello, Tagreed. Hi, Tagreed. Okay, you can start.
Hello, Dr. Jannat.
Hi, Dr. Maha. Hi. So, you can start, Dr. Mاغي, with your yes, please, Dr. ماغي.
يسعد مساكم جميعا. في إطار برنامجه الفكري المتواصل يتشرف مركز الدراسات والابحاث الادبيه في الجامعه اللبنانيه ان يستضيف الباحثه والاستاذه الجامعيه البروفيسور جانيت ايوب في الحلقه الرابعه من ملتقى الأربعاء الأكاديمي، حيث تقدم محاضرة بعنوان الذكاء الاصطناعي وأخلاقيات التربية نحو تشكيل مسؤول لمستقبل التعليم IA and Ethics in Education Shaping the Future Responsibly، حيث تفتح البروفيسورة ايوب نقاشا علميا حول التحديات الأخلاقية التي تفرضها تقنيات الذكاء الاصطناعي على العملية التعليمية، وتطرح مقاربة نقدية لمسؤولية المؤسسات الأكاديمية والمجتمعية في توجيه هذا التحول بما يخدم الإنسان ويصون القيم التربوية. والبروفيسورة أيوب كما هو معروف عنها غنية عن التعريف، أستاذة جامعية مرموقة في ميادين اللغة الإنجليزية وعلم اللغة التطبيقي وتدريب المعلمين على مدار 42 عاما من التعليم الثانوي والجامعي. أبدعت في التعليم المحلي كما في الشراكات التدريبية مع المجلس الثقافي البريطاني في برامج وطنية ودولية، وبرزت في البحث العلمي من خلال مؤلفاتها ودراساتها العلمية الأكاديمية التي تتناول فيها التحديات التعليمية وطرق التدريس المبتكرة، إضافة إلى دور التكنولوجيا في التعليم، وهذا ما يجعلها شخصية فكرية بارزة ومؤثرة في الأوساط التربوية والأكاديمية. لعل هذه المحاضرة تمثل مساحة حوارية مهمة للطلاب والباحثين المهتمين بقضايا التعليم والفلسفة والتكنولوجيا، وتأتي في سياق رؤية المركز لتعزيز التفكير النقدي ومواكبة المستجدات المعرفية الحديثة. لذا لابد من طرح الإشكالية الآتية: كيف يمكن توظيف الذكاء الاصطناعي في المجال التربوي بشكل مسؤول وأخلاقي، بحيث يسهم في تطوير العملية التعليمية دون المساس بالقيم الإنسانية والمعرفية الأساسية؟ وإلى أي مدى تستطيع المؤسسات الأكاديمية مواكبة هذا التحول التقني بما يضمن تربية نقدية عادلة وشاملة في عصر تحكمه الخوارزميات والأنظمة الذكية؟ عن هذه الإشكالية تحدثنا البروفيسورة جانيت أيوب. لنا بك كل الفخر دكتور جانيت، المنبر لك. تفضل.
Thank you, Dr. Mاغي. I'll start quickly. Thank you very much for your introduction. Now we'll start with AI and ethics in education, shaping the future responsibly. What are we going to deal with? We're going to deal with the following. First, artificial intelligence in general, and you're going to help me a lot. I'm not going to talk alone, so you have to share your opinions and your replies in the chat. Ethics, second, ethics in the field of AI, ethical issues in the field of AI. How can we help? So we have problems in ethics. How can we help as teachers or as persons dealing with students, with each other? And how would you use AI? So those who cannot understand English, they can look at the learning outcomes or the main learning outcomes of this webinar in Arabic. Okay, so now, first of all, I'll start with a warm up. Please, all of you in the chat, if you like, of course, it's not obligatory, please describe your current feeling about AI in education. Are you excited? Are you curious? Are you cautious? Are you overwhelmed? Are you optimistic? Are you concerned? Are you confused? Are you ready? So choose one word and write it in the chat. You have 1 minute, please. And if you don't know English, you can write in Arabic. I translated it. Thank you, Dr. Ghassan. Khalek. Okay, thank you, Joseph. Overwhelmed but curious. Wow. Okay. This is a good answer. Thank you. Okay. Excited and ready to explore it. Thank you, Soha. As usual, Soha is the best. Thank you, Dr. Hinad. Optimize, optimistic. Nida, excited, curious, and ready. Wow. Thank you. Mshawish. Excited, okay. Confused, curious, and seek how we can make the best of it in education. Thank you, Inas. Interested. This is okay, interested. I didn't introduce. Ready and optimistic. I like that, Muna. Hi, Muna. Good. Okay. Okay. Worried and interested. Hanan, terrified. Oh my God. Thank you. Curious and optimistic. Thank you, Fatin. Thank you. Curious. La mubalat. I don't. Okay. So, okay. Good. Thank you, Muhammad. So, as I can see that many of you are concerned, some are ready, some are optimistic. So we have different points of view, as you can see. This is good, which means that we have different attitudes towards AI. So, what is artificial intelligence? So, all of us are using artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, let's start with myself, is really a part of my life. I'm using it every day. I admit it, although I think I need it. It's now something that I like to use, I love using. So what do you think AI is? If you like, you can write in the chat something. What do you think? What do you think AI is? Anything. Anything that would come to your mind in Arabic or in English, it doesn't matter. What do you think? Helper. Facilitator. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mona. Thank you, Ilaf. Assistant. Advanced research method. I agree with you. That's right, Tagreed. Amazing assistant. Yes, that's right. It is an amazing assistant. Would be with, okay, thank you, Stacy. Inspiration, wow. Is a human assistant, but will never replace you. Humans, I agree with you. And really, I hope so, Nida. Thank you. It's a servant. Oh, servant. Okay. Helping method. That's right. Okay. Student easy tool to cheat. That's good. This is how so how are we going to stop them from cheating? Solving problems. Thank you, Nisreen. Embodiment of the human being, fabulous intelligence, cheating tool. Now, up till now, what you did is you described the way it's related to you. Let's see what is artificial intelligence. So it simulates human mental processes using computer systems, focuses on tasks like interpreting and generating language. So up till now, we were talking about it as an assistant, most of you. But here it is what? It simulates human mental processes, and also it focuses on tasks like generating language or interpreting or solving problems. Yes, exactly, Mona. This is what we're going to talk about. Again, definition is that as I told you before, it simulates human learning and problem solving using computers. It includes language, interpretation, data processing, and decision making. And the main purpose is computers perform tasks linked to human intelligence efficiently. So this is what it's in Arabic. If you didn't understand what I'm talking about in English, this is that translated part. Yes, so her simulation is key here. Exactly. Simulation, the intelligence of humans. Thank you, Soha. Mimic human intelligence. That's right, Inas. Exactly. Excellent. So I don't know if you have questions about it. It is still dealing with examples of artificial intelligence. Is there anyone who would like to tell us, to unmute the microphone and tell us about examples of artificial intelligence? Who would like to tell us about an example? Yes, Mona. Yes, Mona. Dear Mona.
So again, hello everyone.
Hi.
According to
Hi.
AI, okay, since I'm a member in IALTA, which is National English Language Teachers Association, and now I'm the president. We used to deal with AI since 2019. Nowadays, even yes, it avoids waste time. Most of our lesson plans can be even planned by and organized by using AI. Some of them, if we are using it for younger generations who lost their imagination and their creativity, because nowadays, if I'm relying all the time on, definitely and certainly, I'm just making my brain and changing my mindset into being a lazy. And that's not good. So the point is, it's pretty good for us, for those who used to know how to create ideas, but it is a little bit, not a little bit, honestly, it is a serious, I would name it as electronic monster that would eat our future generations' minds. So it's really good. It helps us a lot, especially as educators, as professors, and even the students who are really learning all types of. Nowadays, we know that even AI with robotics, they're doing surgeries, and most of them are successful. In addition to, we have also some major doctors, they do mistakes, but nowadays AI, they don't do mistakes by showing the problem that humans are passing through.
Exactly.
It's good, I repeat, but it has, as you used to learn in the past, according to the TV, a sword with two edges. Okay, it's the same here, but it's a little bit more dangerous. Believe me, it's perfect if we use it correctly in a wide way, but it's pretty dangerous. Yes, at the same time.
As Mr. Eli said, that we have to use the AI, and we should not let, thank you, Stacey Eli, we should not let the AI users, we should not let it use us. And thank you, Mona. So you're giving us an example is that it's used in medicine. And the most, they're talking about replacing doctors. Now, examples of artificial intelligence, we have chatbots. We have the smart assistants like Siri and Alexa that would help our students to speak, to improve their speaking skills, e-payment, security and fraud detection. We have search algorithms. Let's see if we have others. I'm trying to see. Sahar? Yes, Sahar, are you trying to say something? Sorry, you raised your hand. Sahar?
Yes, how are you, Dr. Jannette? I miss you so much.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Fine.
There are many examples that I have and I use, like ChatGPT, DeepSeek. If we have Fellow and we have Magic School. These are very good ones, as you said. We use them wisely, and we use them to enrich our knowledge, not to be instead of our minds and our creativity. So our students now, some unfortunately we can say, use the ChatGPT for answering their exams, and this is really terrible. Okay, we can use them wisely to enrich our information, but not to, for example, to use them instead of thinking, in answering our exam. This would be terrible for our students. But for Magic School, it could be very useful when teachers use these tools for example, helping them enriching their strategies, helping them in planning their lessons, and so on.
Thank you, Sahar. Thank you for sharing your wonderful idea. So we have the self-mediated surgical interventions. Thank you, Soha. In our self-driving cars. So we have the search algorithms powering Google, and also we have the media streaming suggestions like Netflix and Spotify. We have smart cars, as mentioned by Inas, and we have the social media personalization. So here we have the examples of artificial intelligence with translation, translated to those who are French educated and those who might not have understood what I'm talking about. So chatbots, smart assistants, e-payments, search algorithms, media streaming, smart
Dr.
cars.
Jaanet.
Hello.
Good evening, Dr. Jaanet. Is it possible to speak?
Yes, sure. Go ahead, please, Nisreen.
Yes, another example is that a lot of robots have been produced to perform certain and accurate human tasks. For example, many robots can be sent into space, volcanoes, and remote areas as well, exploring places and performing dangerous tasks that people cannot perform. Besides, we can use AI to explore places which were besides to this, we can use it to establish healthier habits as an example, or get more exercises as well. Thank you very much. It is very beneficial lecture, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, Nisreen. Hanan, you raised your hand. Yes, dear. Do you want to tell us something?
Good evening, Dr. Jaanet. Good evening, Dr. Jaanet. I don't know if you can remind me, I took a lecture with you in Amman with Walid Al-Qadiri and Quran. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Yes,
yes, Doctor, I agree with all the participants that all of the things that they have talked about are definitely sure. And I'm sure that some of the participants now are using the AI to talk about the things that we are talking about. So I think it's very exciting.
That's true. Thank you, Hanan. Do you want to add something? You're most welcome. Thank you, Sohab. So PE and health apps, you mean physical education. That's true. Okay, Fatin. Yes, Fatin. Yes, Fatin.
Bonjour, Dr. Jaanet.
Bonjour.
Est-ce qu'on peut parler en français?
I don't know if I can understand. Yes, I don't know what about the others. Can you speak in Arabic?
Arabic, un peu difficile. Okay. أنا أستاذة في الجامعة اللبنانية بقسم اللغة الفرنسية. بستعمل الإكزامبل الانتليجنس ارتيفيسيال بمحترف الكتابة والقراءة. بنعطي النسخة الأولى اللي بيكتبها التلميذ بياخدها شات جي بي تي. بنشتغل عليها بشكل إنه يصحح لنا اللغة، يساعدنا بستراكتشر جديد تيعمق أكتر، بيعطي موتيفاسيون للطلاب وبيعلمهم شوي vocabulary، بيعلمهم وبيعمل لهم evaluation تقييم على نصهم. كل واحد evaluation individual شخصية لكل واحد، هو شو عم يعمل، هو وين. هالشي بيخلي الكورس في أكتر أوتونومي. وبنرجع بنستعمل برامج معينة مثل سونو نحول النص لأغنية، مثل اشياء تنقدر نعمل فيلم للناس. هيك بيكون نحن عم نعمل محترف قراءة وكتابة بس بشيء بنسميه ملتي ميديا. يعني مش بس النص، ما بقى النص بس كلمات، كمان النص في عنا ملتي ميديا عم بتحرك النص. وهالشيء عم بيساعد الطلاب انه يتقدموا اكثر واكثر ويحبوا المادة اكثر واكثر.
Brilliant ideas. Thank you, Dr. Fatin. I'm going to just talk about your idea, which is an excellent idea for having an inclusive classroom first. And second, you're personalizing your classroom. Dr. Fatin is talking about reading and writing. And in this way, you can help your students to improve their writing skills, to improve their reading skills by using artificial intelligence. Thank you, Dr. Fatin. I hope they understood it in English. Yes, it refines, thank you, Soha, our writing and assesses our products, exactly. But this is the point, that we have to focus on ethics because do you think this is what I'm going to talk about now, about using it ethically and responsibly? And this is very important. You're using AI, but do you think it's fair? Do you think it's accountable? Do you think it's reliable? This is what we're going to talk about. Grammarly is good. So it defines our writing, yes, Suha, and also, thank you, Mona, to facilitate our work. Okay, it is doing this, but is it doing it ethically? This is what we have to focus on, and this is what I'm going. Yes, May. Sorry, Hanan, you talked. Thank you, Dr. Fatin. If it is possible, please lower your hands. Yes, May. Yes, May, dear. May, do you want to say something?
From Egypt.
Hello, hello from Egypt.
Hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm using, of course, artificial intelligence with my researches and whatever readings I am interested in. And I was curious, what is the mechanism and behind the algorithm of artificial intelligence? And I have been spending a lot of time reading about the technology itself. However, artificial intelligence for me is a tool, not a source. And it's very important that we deliver this message to the students or to whoever using the artificial intelligence, that ChatGPT, for example, is just as Google, but it minimizes the time requirements for doing the research or the homework.
Exactly. That's true.
It's just a tool. It's not the only source. If it is the only source, we have two problems. One, which you mentioned before, about the ethics of the research itself, about the quality of whatever outcomes of this researching tools, ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever, because I don't know what the other resources behind the deliver information that delivering to me while I'm using all these chatbots or whatever. And just cut and paste, because if I'm using, it's all about the prompt that I'm using to ask the ChatGPT or whatever. So if I'm using the same prompt and you are using the same prompt, we will have the same results or the same answers, and it will be no added value to the scientific research. And at the end of the day, it's all will be the same. So, and it will be endless loop. I am using the old research, let me use this word, old information to generate a uni answer. And you will have this same answer, and this is just an endless loop of poor researching. So if it is a tool, it's just one of many others that I should while I'm doing my research or my homework, or like the idea that was raised before with Dr. Fatin is very, very interesting idea.
Yes,
actually,
right.
I was thinking about it because I'm now trying to enrich my French, and I was thinking, what if I use ChatGPT to help me instead of going to the any training centers or whatever? This is a tool, not a source.
Right. That's right. Exactly. Excellent, May. Thank you for sharing. Yes.
So
thank you. So thank you for Dr. Fatin for introducing. Yes, May. Yes, go ahead. Yes, please.
And just one last, I'm sorry if I talk a lot, but just one last remark that whatever, I am talking from my personal experience. I am not generalizing, but whatever I am, every time I use ChatGPT to generate an information for me, it comes back, or it came back with wrong answer.
Okay, this is what we're going to
About
thank
information.
you.
It's about
Exactly.
wrong answer.
Yeah. Thank you, May, for really bringing up.
Thank you very much for hearing.
Thank you, May, because we have to pay attention to the replies. It might give us wrong answers. Thank you, and thank you for everyone. So we have 5 things to know about AI in education. First of all, some tools are built for educators with privacy and student safety in mind. And this is why we have to read the terms. And this is why we have to be aware of the terms of use. And others are not. So we have to pay attention to the type and to the kind of platforms that we're using in education. Also, the data, your data might be used to train AI, and this is why you have to pay attention to the prompts, as Dr. Fatten mentioned, to the prompts that you're giving them. And this is in Arabic, if you like, so they are not the same, and we have to pay attention to the prompts, to what types or what kinds of information or what we're asking them about. So third, they have age restrictions, and this is very important. Please, we have to pay attention to the age restrictions, which are the terms of use or the terms of service. So this is what we have to pay attention to as teachers. And I don't know, one of you mentioned or talked about magic school. I think Sahar talked about magic school. AI isn't always accurate, as May said. So it might generate text confidently even when it's completely wrong. These are called hallucinations. And many times the chat might give you a wrong answer. And this is why up till now, it's not dominating or it's not eating our brains alive. So, and this is in Arabic. Okay. In case you didn't understand what I'm talking about. And the last thing about it, the 5th thing, AI literacy is now part of digital literacy. What do you mean by AI literacy? We have to teach students how to think critically. Critical thinkers about AI is just as important as knowing how to use it. That means understanding bias, ethics, privacy, and responsible use. And here, this is very, very important. I don't know, we're going to talk about bias, ethics, privacy, and responsible use. We still have about 10 to 15 minutes, not a lot, but this is what I'm going to talk about in the next slides are somehow, or the things that I'm going to talk about are the most important things. They're related to ethics. So what do you mean by ethics? Responsibility. And this is, okay, it's our assistant. It's helping us a lot. So as Soha mentioned in the chat, we have to raise our students' ethical awareness regarding these tools, exactly emphasizing the importance, thank you, of avoiding plagiarism, preventing over-reliance. Thank you, Soha. So responsibility, which means that it should respect privacy, and this is why we have to pay attention to all the prompts and the information that we're feeding, we're giving AI, because it's taking this, and this would hurt our our students, and it might hurt us as teachers. Now, transparency. What do you mean by transparency? We have to ensure clear, accountable AI decision-making processes. So I don't know, Dr. Fatten, if you're sure that the chat GPT or the AI that you're using in order to improve the students' writing and reading skills, I don't know if it's going to, if it's clear, if it's accountable. Fairness, this is very important, prevent bias and promote equitable outcomes. And we're going to talk about fairness later, and environmental impact. And this is what I'm worried about. I don't know if you know that. consuming 1 liter of water. I don't know if it's true. I hope I'm wrong. I hope, I'm praying. So it's contributing to carbon emissions and environmental degradation. I don't know if it's true. So this is in Arabic. If you have anything to add, you can add it. Thank you, Nida. If you have something to add, you can add it in the chat. If you want to share your precious, valuable opinions, please share your opinions in the chat. And most of you have wonderful ideas about AI, more than I know. And here we're sharing ideas and we're learning from each other. Now, ethics in the field of AI, so we have, it raises ethical questions. So we have, as I told you, bias, job automation, and this is what you talked about Muna talked about doctors, robots that are going to be better than the doctors. Privacy. What about our private life, our private profiles? I don't know. And upholding professional ethics really is important, and we should have importance of principled development. So this is in Arabic, if you like to look at the Arabic, at the translation in Arabic, if you have questions, you can ask in the chat. If you like to share something, please share it. Okay. So what are ethics? Yes, Hanan. Love and AI. Oh, now, Dr. Mاغي, you're working about love and AI, artificial. What are? Oh, it's an interesting topic. I'd like to read your thesis later, your dissertation. Ethics are moral principles that guide behavior. Ethics is doing what is right. So we have to do what is right. Do you believe this is right? This is what this is how we can avoid that we can avoid what the domination, or we can what stop it eating our brains alive. This is the most important thing. So what do we need to know about ethics? So why AI ethics are important? To ensure that AI is used in a responsible and fair way. So we have 4 AI ethics questions. First, is the AI fair? Does it respect privacy? Please, we have to pay attention to privacy. Sometimes if it is because we're logging in with our email, with our Google account, so it knows everything about us. So does it respect privacy? Is it transparent and explainable? Does it explain the decisions? And this is what some of you talked about. If, for example, if it's giving you a certain reply, is it justifying or telling you or explaining why? Claude might do that sometimes. I don't know. Thank you, Sahar. Thank you for sharing these wonderful ideas. Exactly. Trust, sustainability, dignity. Oh, a lot of beautiful ideas, Sahar. Thank you. Is it accountable? So these are the 4. In Arabic, these the translated part, if you like to have a look. In Arabic, fairness, non-maleficence, responsibility, privacy, beneficence, freedom and autonomy, trust, sustainability, dignity, and. Thank you. Okay, now let's start with the first one. This is a scenario, okay? Anything we share through AI isn't ours anymore. Excellent, Muna. This is an excellent idea. Yes, it's when we share something with AI, it's no longer ours. It is AI's. We're feeding AI. So this is the scenario. The AI tool might give a lower grade to students who use simpler language or whose writing style doesn't align with the patterns seen in higher performing students. So if I might use it in order to give, maybe to assess, to evaluate, or to, I'm using it. So is it fair? This is the point. Think about it. This is the first scenario. Yes, thank you, Abdussalam. The ethical implications are complex and multifaceted, exactly, requiring ongoing dialogue among technologists, ethicists, policymakers, and the public to navigate the challenges and opportunities presented by this transformative technology. Thank you, Abdussalam. AI tools are to make our life easier, not to replace our minds. Excellent. So, what do you recommend? What do you recommend in this case? What should we do as teachers? We have first to dive. Yes, Mona. Yes, dear Mona. Do you want to add something? Do you want to say something?
Yes. You said, what do you recommend? Yes, hello again. I'll try to be as short as possible. First, we should never share anything that's related to our private life. Okay, that's the most important thing. But whenever we want to use it, we want to use it in general. For example, we have to make sure that the thing that we're using, or the theme, the objective, the outcome that we need to get it should be generalized. That means as a lesson to be well prepared, as maybe a thesis to work on it, a research that's already well known everywhere, but not something related to me as private, as sharing my private life, or even my opinion. Because even opinions nowadays, if you put on ChatGPT, even it's used everywhere, 3 to 4 people, they can change the mind of ChatGPT. If you're going, for example, to put, and definitely proudly, Dr. Jaanet is the best doctor ever that can lecture a presentation about AI. 4 to 5 people that would share that with ChatGPT, definitely ChatGPT will give us that point. So please this is one of the
Mona. Please do, Mona.
You don't need ours. You are. That's the point. Yes.
So exactly, this is what we have to avoid. Thank you, Mona, for giving this example. Don't do that, of course. But really, what we feed, it will be. What we, as Mona said at the beginning, what we give, what we feed it, what we share, what we share with the chat is not ours anymore. It's going to be the AI's property. So we have to diversify the training data. We have to make sure that AI be able to explain why it gives a low score to a student. This is why we have to ask it to explain why. So we have to give it the accurate, the concise, the suitable prompt in order to get what we need. Does it respect privacy? And this is the scenarios that AI tool might collect users' info and share it with third parties, as you suggested, and as you all know. And I'm not telling you something that you don't know, but just we're sharing information in this webinar. Anonymize data. So don't mention names. Don't mention the names of your students. Inform parents and seek consent. This is very important. Read privacy policies. Use school-safe versions. Limit use to necessary features. This is in Arabic. So this is although there are words, but we have to abide by them. We have to take them into consideration. Believe me, it's very dangerous. Data, we're giving it data, and we don't know. This is what we have, as Sahar said, we have to, yes, May. One of the main challenges is that the outcome of the answering sometimes is biased. Very good, especially with argumentative courses. It's not that dangerous for the others, but with the kids, yes. With the kids, with the young people, with our students, yes. Thank you, Meg, for sharing this interesting opinion. So we have to make our students aware of all of these. Is it transparent and explainable? As I told you before, for example, here we have a third scenario. A school is using AI-powered system to recommend personalized learning paths for students. This is for differentiated instruction, for inclusion. However, the AI does not explain why it suggests specific resources or activities. As a result, students are left confused, unsure why certain materials are recommended to them. Without clear explanations, students cannot judge whether the suggestions are relative or fair. This lack of transparency weakens their trust in the system and reduces its effectiveness as a learning tool. So since you're going to use it as a learning tool, you have to make sure that the AI is transparent and is explaining everything. Okay, so explainable, and you have to give students a voice. This is very important. You have to involve your students so that you can make them autonomous and you can make them somehow know how to deal with AI. This is very important. You should not impose the rules. You should, just like having a classroom contract. This is very important. And they might be better than we are. Okay, so, and ensure teacher oversight, which means that you should collaborate with your students. So this is the translated part. Okay, Mona. Thank you for joining, Mona. Okay, so this is the scenario. I explained it, okay? So we have
Dr. Jannat, I have to ask you a question, please. May
yes,
I?
Please. Go ahead, yes.
Dr. Jannat, we have a group of people who are against using AI tools totally. How would we convince them that not the tools themselves which are bad, only the way of using them?
Okay.
They say you are directing our students to hell by asking them to use sometimes ChatGPT or other AI tools to enrich their language. How would we convince them?
Exactly. This is an excellent question. But can I answer it after I finish the presentation?
Okay.
Excellent question. Thank you, Sahar. Thank you, dear. Is it accountable? This is very important. What do you mean by accountable? So a school utilizes an ASI system that flags students who are at risk of dropping out based on attendance, grades, and behavior. And one student who recently transferred schools and experienced a temporary dip in performance gets flagged. What do you mean by flagged? It means that he has to drop the course, and this is because of AI. So he is excluded, or she, from the programs, the extracurricular programs, and to focus on academics. This is because of AI sometimes, and this is why we should not, many schools are using AI for having these decisions. This is why use AI as a support tool and not a decision maker. Assign responsibility, designate a staff member. So we should be with the AI. We should not leave AI, or we should give it. We should not. It should not be the only decision maker. And we have to check AI outputs all the time, and we have to involve all the teachers. This is very important. In English, in Arabic, this is in Arabic. So at the end, accountable, we cannot depend on AI. Although it's artificial intelligence, we might think as teachers that it's better than we are. Believe me, it's not. As I mentioned, sometimes it might give you a lot of wrong answers. As a scoring tool, this is an excellent question, Nisreen. Can you please, I'll finish and then. So we have two questions, Sahar and Nisreen. This is an excellent question. Yes, for sure, I'll answer this question. Yes, okay. Nisreen, I'll answer this question. So we have different more ethical problems that AI can pose, like security risks, AI in cyber attacks and misinformation. Please pay attention to this. Ethics in AI research, which is plagiarism. So when they collect, they have to tell us that it's AI generated or paraphrased from AI, just like any other reference. ethical alignment, tensions between principles and profits. This is very important. Now we have a lot of platforms, different platforms, not only chat, we have Cloud, we have Diffit, we have DeepSeek, we have Magic School, etc. And we have also the intellectual property debates on open source versus proprietary tech. Yes. Okay, Taghreed, if you have a question, can you ask it later, dear Taghreed? Yes, Taghreed.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
You have raised very, very important ethical concerns, really, and I'm really very happy about what you said. You know, this is very beneficial.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask about ethics. Do you think that ethics change over time? You know, what is unethical today might be ethical maybe 10 years later?
An excellent
what do you think about the role of AI
okay,
in the
this
future?
is the third question that we'll answer. This is a brilliant question. Thank you. So this is the third. So we have Sahar, Nisreen, and Taghreed. We'll answer this question. So how can we help? This is very important as teachers. We have to advocate transparency, which means we have to promote open eye systems everyone can understand, especially our students. We have to support inclusion, as Dr. Fatten is personalizing her class, and also use unbiased, diverse data in AI development. Promote education. It means everyone should know, should be aware of AI. And public engagement, which means we have to discuss AI policies and ethics. This is very important. So transparency, everyone should be included, should be involved. We should all the time talk. As Taghreed said that, do you think what is ethical now might be changed in the future? This is an excellent question. And maybe because society is changing, everything is changing. So how would you use it? As we said, now here we have to commit to ethical principles. The ethical principles that we have now, we have to have transparent data usage, we have to reduce bias by giving the right prompts to the chat, especially for our students. Safeguarding privacy, and the UNICEF really has an excellent document about safeguarding privacy, beneficial societal input, and practice vigilance, which means the action or state of keeping careful watch. We have all the time to be watching, we have to be observing, and we should have an open dialogue with our students. So now this is the last slides that we have here. Please, we have to teach our students about the ethical use, which means we should have guidelines. Don't assume that your students know how to use AI wisely. So please do model how to use AI for brainstorming. So model in front of your students. Please, even if you can send them videos, you can send them videos how to use AI. Your videos or videos from the internet, of course, after you watch them, just model the way they can use AI. And please, you have to pay attention to the settings, to the privacy, to the data usage, to the educational licensing of each platform, Cloud, DeepSeek, Gemini, Chat, whatever. And don't use AI with your students unless you do this first. I don't know, they're using it, but just as much as possible. And it's not going to replace teachers because it's a powerful, but embrace it as a powerful assistant. So this is the conclusion. Sorry for being, please, I'm afraid that you got bored. Are you? Hopefully no, this is the end. So facing the future with AI. AI is reshaping industries and societies globally. We cannot deny this fact. It's transforming our world, but we have to focus on ethics, ethical foundations, and everyone can can contribute toward responsible AI use. This webinar is not telling you about everything, of course. Maybe you know more than what I introduced in this webinar, but please, do we follow the white rabbit blindly into a world dominated by AI? Just like a white rabbit following, we should not be like the wild rabbit. And we should, please, we should be informed, and we should be deliberate. We should have that prescripted path shaped by intelligent technologies. This is very important. And we have to co-create. Together we have to create the future. So this is the ending. This is the translation. I hope you enjoyed it. And so transformation, ethics, and we have to work together, co-create the future in order not to have our brains eaten alive. Thank you. Okay.
شكرا جزيلا للمبدعة والخلاقة البروفيسورة جانيت. مع انه انا لغتي فرنسي، انا فرنسي والماني وفهمت المحاضرة كاملة، فعن جد شكرا جزيلا. قد ايه عندك ابداع، قد ايه عندك خلق وابداع. شكرا على هذه المحاضرة الحيوية المنتجة والفاعلة الشيقة والرشيقة التي أغنت معلوماتنا وأثرت معارفنا. والآن لمن يود طرح السؤال أتمنى